And a good Wednesday to you. Today is the end of May. It's the 29th, I believe, of May as we are wrapping up this rather gloomy month. Hopefully we'll get some nicer weather. So glad that you joined us today. My name is Betty Johnson. Glad to be back with you again after a 4-month hiatus. And we do want to mention, for those of you who may just have joined us, have been around for a while, you'll probably see in a little while as we do a further shot, I'm probably going to look like I'm expecting. I'm not. What has happened, I do want to mention, is that I was very careless one time on a bicycle, had a bike accident, and did end up breaking my collarbone. So I will be a little indisposed for about 4 more weeks. So hopefully, if you see me shuffling around, things might look a little funny, but I'm on the mend. But I do also want to point out, wear your helmets. I was very negligent in that matter and ended up with a few staples in my scalp and very bloody hair. So helmets are a good idea. So wear your helmets when you're riding a bike and anything else that can help protect you, especially if you get over a certain age. So we do thank you for joining us today. Of course, we can be seen 6 days a week on Charter Channel 8. Also, we can be found on the internet, like so many things, YouTube for one, along with blip.tv and Facebook. Or you can do a Google search to find us on Facebook, and you'll receive a direct link to each new show on your Facebook page. And as always, the Owatonna Today Show welcomes any questions or comments or ideas and topics that you may have for shows or guests. You can simply contact us at the Owatonna Today Show via email at owatonnatoday@charter.net or by calling our producer, Leanne Alt, at 390-5751. Have a good show lined up for you today. As we're getting into summer, things are going to be happening. We're going to have our illustrious Mayor Tom Kuntz and Corky Ebeling from Park and Rec, and then a summer arts program with Michael Grenier. We're going to be talking all about that, but first we want to check in with the fine people who make this show possible, so stay with us.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Recreational fires are allowed within the Owatonna city limits. They must be contained within a fire pit or a device designed for such use, and can be 3 feet in diameter and no more than 3 feet high. They must be 25 feet from a building or combustibles. Only untreated or unpainted woods must be used. Fires must be attended by a person at all times that are capable of extinguishing the fire. This has been a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hi, we're Mark and Becky Stevens of the Owatonna Pizza Ranch.
And we support the Owatonna Today Show.
We are back with our guests today. We have with us our Mayor Tom Kuntz and from Park and Rec, Corky Ebeling. First of all, let's talk some mayoral business or whatever. You do have something about Lamont Road has been delayed.
Yeah, and I've had several questions on Lamont Road. It was scheduled to be resurfaced and have curb and gutter put on it. And due to the loss of one of our engineers, that program and that section of road has been postponed until 2014. So anybody that uses that to go to the country club and out to chart and stuff, that will be back on the schedule for 2014. The other thing I want to mention is just a lot of great things going on in Owatonna. We've got the fairway being built, we got all these going on, we got walls are being constructed, and we'll have the old Hardy site being tore down within the next week or two, and new buildings going on there. So that is just the tip of the iceberg, I hope, that we can talk about in 2013.
Okay, can you say what buildings are going on that side of the Hardy?
Not at this time. Not
you
at this
always
time.
do that to me, Tom. I cannot get a scoop out of you.
Those have got to be some surprises, yes. But the thing I really want to cover today is that due to the city staff and the department heads and Chris Boosie and everything, our 2013 budget is the same as our 2007 budget. So that's 5 years with the budget remaining the same. And that just can't happen unless you have department heads that are willing to commit to the lean process and make sure that we spend our tax dollars in the right direction. And one of those that we're really working through right at the current time is the Park and Rec Department. So that's why I brought Corky with to cover some of those issues.
Do you feel, Tom and Corky, like we're taking a step back?
Well, we're making things work and and trying to make it as painless as possible, or what people see out in the parks. I think we'll be addressing some of infrastructure and the capital improvement projects in the future, if funds do come back our way. That's what I'm hoping for, because that's probably where the biggest amount of cuts have happened, is in our infrastructure and our capital improvement. So hopefully we get
Can you be a little
that.
more specific for someone who might, question what type of infrastructure?
Well, from my side of the story and the Parks and Recreation, it would be replacement of playgrounds, equipment, mowers, trucks, Cushmans, which take care of athletic fields, and those kind of things. And so we're just fixing more and making them get through. But at some point, you've got to address that. Otherwise, it just doesn't become productive to keep repairing old stuff.
So what is some of the restructuring? What is it you're doing specifically?
Well, in restructuring, that involves staff, of course, and salaries and things like that. And Jeff McKay, a longtime 30-plus year director for Parks and Recreation, retired last November, and I was named interim. At the same time, Sharon Klein left as administrative assistant in 30-plus years. And so I was named interim for 6 months. And during that time, we were looking at how we were going to restructure because of their retirements and because of other retirements that are happening. Corky Colander is retiring the end of August, and she has near 30 years. Larry Schubert is retiring this Friday, May 31st, and he has 28 years in there. And
Are you going to hire somebody to replace them, or are you going to?
That's all part of the restructure moving. So the best time to do that restructuring is, of course, when you have openings or resignations or retirements, and so we're taking that all into consideration and how we're restructuring. And so that's what we've done. And I was named the director then about a month ago, and then we've met with staff. And for about the last year, almost 2 years, I've been going through a lot of seminars and educational sessions on restructuring and reorganizing departments and how other places are doing it and how they do it. And so I've taken a lot of that training into consideration here, and we came up with a plan that was introduced to the full department on May 7th, and it started taking effect on May 19th with phase 1, and then we have 3 phases into this. The second phase will happen in August, and the third phase will happen in October.
How do they differ?
Well, the first phase included my naming of being the director, and then replacing my old position as the park director, in which Rick Smith from the golf course was promoted into that position. But at the same time, whether you call my position being eliminated or his position being eliminated, we're combining the 2 positions of golf course superintendent and park director.
So you're going to have a few more hours put in at the office a little bit there?
Well, I'll be a director, and hopefully after, they say it'll take about 18 months for this all to work itself through, and trial and error is some of it. Some might not work, some might work, some might not work on the plan, so we have to take that all into consideration. And so Rick was moved into that. He'll do that job. And then we did some shuffling of personnel, union personnel, to the golf course. Larry Schubert was park foreman. His position was just filled yesterday with in-house. Within. And so then we'll be advertising for that position within.
So you will be hiring some new people then?
Yes.
It's not other people extending their load and taking on more?
No, we've eliminated one upper management, middle management position completely. My old position or Rick's position, a combination of the 2. And in between, we've hired then more maintenance workers with that. And so we've done that, and that's all taken place. And then in August, we're reducing some of our 35-hour part-time positions. They're unbenefited positions. And
what are some of those positions?
Mainly in maintenance, out in the maintenance in the parks. And we're reducing those to 28 hours come August to save costs, and we feel we can do that by having more people but less hours. And so, and that will affect 4 people, and some of those will have an opportunity to move into the new full-time positions. They'll be able to apply for that as well. And then the third phase we haven't announced yet will happen in October. We're still working out details on that. So in the end, we're hoping to save money and not affect any of our services at the same time.
Okay, I guess that was my next question is how is that going to impact some of the services?
We're hoping it doesn't affect them at all. We've done some reshuffling of who people report to and how it works through the flow chart. And in the end, we feel we'll be able to continue with the services that we're giving today, and with at the same time saving money.
Because there's a lot of different departments within Park and Rec. Is every department going to be affected?
Yes, we restructured the entire department. From recreation to park maintenance to the golf course, the water park, tennis and fitness center, senior place, therapeutic rec. All departments have been affected into this shuffling, and in most cases, it's moving people around into different positions.
So now, if someone, I'm sure people are going to be jumping the gun and saying, "Oh no, are we going to have this, or is this going to be cut?" Can they reach you or call you someplace?
Yes,
and get in touch with
you can reach me at Parks and Recreation 444-4321. Otherwise, you can email me as well, Corky at ci.owatonna.mn.us, and I'm on the website, the city website. I'm on there. You can go to the Park and Rec page, and all of our information with all our staff are on there.
Now, you said you were interim.
I am director now.
Okay. So you're past the interim, you are going to be the director.
I am the director as of April 20th. I was named the director, yes.
So that's so much for interim, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the thing is, you've been here and you know the ins and outs and have been part of it for so long.
Yeah,
That's kind of a no-brainer.
36 years so far, 37 come this September, so yes, I've been around for a while.
So, okay, Tom, we have a brief minute left. If there's something else you want to touch on that we haven't had a chance to mention yet?
I think, and some of the stuff that we're doing in staff reduction and moving them around a little bit, computerized systems are being important to that. So we've got a computerized system that's taken over the Park and Rec scheduling and stuff.
Right, Max Solutions, that is a big thing that we just started this spring. We're using it at the water park and at the Brooktree Golf Course, and by this fall we're hoping to go live with all online registration, so you don't have to stand in line anymore, fill out paperwork, and
that'll help tremendously with manpower too.
That's going to help a lot, yes.
Oh, I remember those years for swimming lessons and things like that. Yeah, computers can make things a lot easier.
Yes, that's what we're hoping for. A few bugs to get through, but yes.
Yeah, and again, funding is a major thing, and with this weather, it's pretty hard to get out to the water park and things like that too.
Yes.
So that makes things a little difficult too. So
swim in your backyard.
Yeah, swim in our backyard. That's about it. Yes. Well, thank you for stopping by with us today. And when you get into the next phase and have some more, decided, please stop by.
Okay.
So we can keep informed. And Tom, we'll be seeing you again too. So you can. I want to find out where. Coming in at Hardee's.
Sounds
there.
great. We'll have more to talk about next time.
Good.
Yes.
So, thank you guys.
Thank
and
you.
we're going to take this break. And when we come back, we're going to be talking art in Owatonna.
Hi, this is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance, and we are proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve. Express yourself today.
Coda Living Community and Park Place Senior Living are Owatonna's premier living communities for seniors. Coda Living Community, located on the Owatonna Hospital and Mayo Clinic campus, provides short-term, long-term, and rehabilitative care. It features private and semi-private rooms, ceiling lifts, and spa. Coda Living Community continues the tradition of providing quality care to area residents. Park Place Senior Living is expanding into the Cedarview Care Center to offer enhanced assisted living. For more information, please call 507-446-4946.
Hi, I'm Doug Johnson with the Owatonna Business Incubator. We're here to help small businesses start and to grow. We're a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Ron Clancher with Clancher & Son Landscaping and Concrete. We support the Owatonna Today Show, and so should you.
We are back talking now with our guest, who is Dr. Michael Grenier, Executive Director of Artpaths. So we're going to find out what that is. First of all, thank you for coming by today. It's always nice to have something. Well, to me, it seems new, but have you been in Owatonna for a while?
Yes, for about 11 years now.
Okay, see, there's something I've missed.
Yeah, maybe another 20 I'll be actually, called an Owatonna in, but I feel very comfortable here.
Well, that's good. And Owatonna is a very comfortable place to be. Now, you are Executive Director of what's called Artpaths.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you explain to our viewers a little bit what Artpaths exactly is?
Okay, very good. Artpaths really was an idea that came about probably about 10, 11 years ago when I actually came from St. Paul. There was a program called Kuntz, which was a youth program that really was a job program for youth age 14 and older, and also for artists. It employed artists in the city of St. Paul. It was in collaboration with Park and Recreations, and it was really more for public art as a way from performance to visual arts.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And so I took that idea, I said, that can be done like it has been in other cities, either on larger scales like Chicago or smaller ones like Davenport, Iowa. Mm-hmm. And so coming here to 10, 11 years ago, I had an office here, actually right down the hall from you here, and we really didn't get much off the ground at that point for various reasons. One is I actually had a residency with the NEA as an artist. I'm an artist and an educator as well.
So you were working with the Owatonna Art Center then?
After that, yeah, probably about another 3 or 4 years later. I actually worked with the Owatonna Art Center as both an education coordinator. I was actually an artist that taught for them too, and then I was a director of development too.
Okay, so what brought you to Owatonna? I mean, what made you choose Owatonna in particular?
Well, basically, my wife was from here.
Okay.
And so we really liked the community, and she wanted to go back to be a nurse. So it was kind of that, and then the theory of, there wasn't as many artists in southern Minnesota. Mm-hmm, and the Twin Cities is quite prevalent, so there might be other opportunities as an educator. I teach at 3 different colleges, and so that actually came to be true, that there was some really room with my degree in fine arts to actually teach at these different, regional colleges.
You still teach at 3 different colleges?
Yes, I do.
And what are they?
It's Augsburg College, Riverland College, and then South Central College.
Oh my goodness, that sounds like a very busy schedule. How do you have time to be executive director of Artpaths?
Well, I should have went to the circus, school that they have up in St. Paul now to learn how to juggle, but I do my best what I can.
Okay, how did Artpaths come about? How long has that been established?
Well, then it was kind of this idea that, I think it's more of a timing thing, that it was something that I could really connect. It seems with the arts that you need to connect with funding and with the community. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of my interest and background in philanthropy and nonprofit management. And so I thought, well, this was a good time to begin this process of promoting public art, not just in Owatonna, but really throughout the state. So I have some other programs up north, both in Crosby and Ironton, that I've been helping promote their public art initiatives. And so it involves grant writing, it involves project management, and involves...
Promoter in general then. If people need some assistance in promoting their program in their community, they can contact Artpaths and you. So there's a 4th job then, besides your 3 teaching.
Yes, it does get to be a little bit complex, but it's quite exciting because that's how things get done. Even at the colleges, there's need to look for other sources for income to promote the arts. And this has been a long history where really business and arts have really had a kind of a convergence of need, that without that kind of funding, the programs would not exist for the benefit of the community.
And what is it that you're trying to promote here in Owatonna specifically?
In Owatonna, this is with Tim Trulson, Park and Recreation. And again, that's kind of the history of really from Chicago to St. Paul of working with Park and Rec because of what they do. And for public art, having those kind of opportunities for spaces along trails and pathways throughout the town was something of interest. And also the idea about programming for youth and adults alike, something else to do in town to contribute and actually leave a legacy and that you were here in Owatonna. You could help make and design art for the path and trails.
Now, how are you going to begin with this? What's the first? You have something coming up.
Yes, we do. In July, I think it's July 9th, there's the first workshop. There's really 3 different camps that we have. We call them Art Camp. And there's
Summer's the time for camps.
Yep, it's time for camping. And so the first session is really focused on drawing and conceptualizing. It's the most direct, really, way to understand ideas. and it's the most universal language in many ways too.
Is this just for kids or just for adults or both? What are the age?
Yeah, we really want to be, since the community is comprised of both, and public art and best practice should come from those that live and work and enjoy the area. We have it for children in the morning, ages 5, I believe it is, through 11. And then we have, in the evenings, we have age 12 through adults. So it's both for children in the morning, then in the evening is this 12 and up
And
group.
where's this going to be at?
It's going to be at different park locations.
Oh, outside in the park.
Yes, I can. We're going to have it down at the Chalet, is one of the locations.
At Morehouse?
And we're going to have it at Morehouse, and we'll have it also at the Mineral Springs, and we'll have it out at Colmeyer. So each week, the first week is drawing, the second week is design, the third camp is focused on actually making models or maquettes, things that would be comprised from these ideas that we have.
What would you make these models out of?
We're making them out of clay, plaster, and wax.
Oh, okay. So you'd be sculpting.
Yes,
Kind of,
so
okay.
sculpting and creating, making three-dimensional models that would be site-specific, sited for a certain spot along the trails, and then whatever those models are, would take that through a process of really garnering some support through private funds to have a capstone event where we will make the mosaic or the sculptures for the trail and install them on the trail.
Well, that's such a good idea for kids in particular who might, have an inclination toward art but do not know where they would, shine at, whether it be painting, drawing, sculpting. Plus, to get to be outside with nature as well.
It's
And
so
that's something
exciting,
outside,
and that's
yeah.
how you really activate the paths and trails. I know we had Corky or Ebeling on this morning, and Corky came back to me several years and he said he went to a conference out in Denver and said, Mike, we have to have art along the trails. And it's considered best practice when you look at kind of engaging the community into that kind of activity of going through the trails. And I think it's a perfect timing now to try to garner more support to help this initiative.
And this is going to be offered through Park and Rec, so if somebody is interested in registering, signing up for it, it'll be listed at Park and Rec, so they don't have
Yes.
to contact you specifically.
No,
right?
if they want to, they sure can. But Park and Rec, they have their website. And we also have Artpaths website too, which are both listed. They'll sign up at Park and Recreation, and then we'll meet at their facilities.
And you're going to be the instructor for all the...
For this first year, I'll be the instructor for this inaugural year. But my hope is that we'll have many different artists. I really like to see a very robust program with different types of art, not just
And we do have a lot
visual.
of talented artists here in Owatonna.
Well, it's another, I think, a perfect storm in a way, that, we have artists, a tradition of appreciating art. We have a tradition of appreciating quality, life here in Owatonna. And I think that's why I think it fits.
Now, you brought some things along here. We
Oh, sure.
Take a peek at some of the illustrations that you have.
Here's one of the projects that I actually created for the St. Paul Youth Program. It's called Art Works. And so students were hired, they're apprentices in this old workshop model. And that's what I believe in, is from a standpoint of how art was for thousands of years learned, is through apprenticeship and through learning from master artists. And that's what my hope would be, to work with artists.
Is that plexiglass, or what is it?
Yes, it is. It's a plexiglass or 8-foot sheets. We had 30 sheets, and it was kind of a tunnel, and it invited the community physically to come out and work side by side with the apprentices and create and make and share ideas.
A great idea. It's so colorful. I love the abstract.
Yeah.
On that too.
Thank you.
So, and that is, I imagine it's something that would, you start out simple, and we'll be probably building on the interest in where the class's talents are. And is the class size limited?
I think we have a limit to it, I believe, is 16.
16. Oh, that's a nice
Yeah.
class. So, when is it going to be available to start registering for?
You could register now
good.
on the website for Park and Recreation.
That sounds perfect, and a nice. If we ever get some sunshine and the rain stops too, so
Yeah,
we can be outside.
we wonder how that's going to work, but we'll work with some kind of watercolors then.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, thank you for stopping by with us here today. And as you get more programs developed and things going, stop by and keep us informed. It sounds fascinating.
Thank you, Betty. I really appreciate
I'd love to
it.
dabble a little bit on that too.
Well, and you should get involved.
Oh,
It's for the community.
Well, I am right-handed.
One-arm painters. We have
one hand.
mouth painters I've seen too.
I've seen them, people with feet too. I've
feet,
seen that
yep,
too,
and the elephant.
You do many things like that. So, thank you. And once again, if you are interested, all you can do is contact Park and Rec. And what do they ask for specifically? Is there a name of the program?
Art Camp 1 is the first week, Art Camp 2 is the second week,
Okay.
and the third one is Art Camp 3, and begins July 9th and the 16th, and then the 23rd.
Art Camp is simple to remember.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Betty.
We're going to take this real quick break, and when we come back, we do have some announcements we want to pass along, so stay with us.
Warren Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty. And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna. And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
We are back, and we do have some announcements to pass along because as we get to the busy summer season, there's so many things going on throughout the area that you'll be interested in partaking. First of all, it's called Nurturing Normal. Whatever normal may mean by today's standards now, it's guiding our children through a healthy adolescence, and we are all interested in that. The Steele County Safe and Drug-Free Coalition Parents Group, in partnership with Fernbrook Family Centers, presents a lunch and learning opportunity for caring adults in the community. It's called SAFE, from part of the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition. This is taking place tomorrow, the 30th, at the Owatonna Country Club. There will be a buffet lunch at 11:30. The cost of the lunch is $10, and it's payable at the door. So you can give a quick call for reservations at 455-1180, and that is coming up tomorrow. And then something that sounds like a lot of fun is Smoking in Steele County. Now, this is not the fair, but what it is, it'll run May 31st through June 1st. And they have lots of different activities going on at the Steele County Fairgrounds, of course. On the beer garden stage, they'll have music going on. There'll be all kinds of bands, and there's going to also be, barbecue, I believe. So many different things going on, and you have 3 days to partake. There's also going to be a pancake breakfast. So just check at the Steele County Fairgrounds. There's going to be something that you're going to like. Bands that will be familiar, some that have been around for a while, such as the fabulous Love Handles, a variety of music and food all going on at the Steele County Fairgrounds. And then the great exhibition going on at the Owatonna Arts Center is recent work by Pearl E. Tate. That'll be running June 2nd through the 30th at the Arts Center, and the public is invited. Opening reception in honor of the artist will be held June 9th from 2 until 4 o'clock. And there's always something going on at the Arts Center. We want to keep art alive and well in Owatonna as well. That's going to do it for our Wednesday edition of the Owatonna Today Show. We hope you have a good day and stay dry. And we'll be back again with you on Friday. For Leanne Alt, I'm Betty Johnson.